Latrice here with another May Arts video for you. This week we are challenging you all to create a Halloween project or Halloween inspired project using a few different ribbons that we have chosen as a group. And this week I want to show you how I create headbands. I'm really big on creating headbands for my daughter. She loves the custom look of them. And a lot of her friends, you know, end up asking for them and things like that. But May Arts ribbon is by far one of the best products that I use for creating headbands. And I just want to show you that I've already started wrapping this headband with the orange grosgrain ribbon. And I just want to go ahead and finish this so that you can see how I do wrap them. So I've gone about 2/3 of the way. And if you can see that I just continue to wrap and overlap that edge, and then I just keep wrapping, and then about every 4th wrap or 3rd wrap I take my glue gun and I add a little, just one little dot of glue there. And I do that, like I said, I do that every 3 to 4 wraps around. So then I would keep wrapping this around, and I kind of hold it with my finger here, and then I keep going. Alright, so now that I'm at the end, let me zoom you in just a little bit. So on this end, when I started, I went ahead and used a little bit of the ribbon to wrap the end so that the bottom you can't see the white headband. So I'm going to snip off a piece from the end of my ribbon, and then using my glue gun I'm going to add a line of glue right onto this small piece. And just enough to get it to stick in place. And I'm just going to curl this around the end. So if you can see, I'm going to curve that right around the end and it sticks. So now once I continue to wrap, that end will get covered right up. And then I know that this is my end, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue here. And I'm going to get my super sharp scissors and I'm going to trim this off. And I'm going to fold that part in. Okay, and any excess glue I just kind of rub off, and then I hold it there. So there is the ends of the headband finished. Alright, so next up, I'm just creating a super simple bow using this awesome webbed kind of mesh ribbon. I love that. And this is the bow that I'm creating. It's super simple. So I have a piece of ribbon that is about 12 inches long. Let me zoom you back out. Sorry about that. I'm using a piece of ribbon that is about 12 inches long here, and then I'm also going to use this 1/2 inch grosgrain with a white stitched edge below it, and this is what we're creating with the white stitched edge. So this is just a ruffle, and you can sew this, but I like that it already has this kind of stitching look. So I just used my hot glue gun to create this small ruffled kind of look piece. Sorry about that. Alright, so I'm also using the twine. This is the stuff that I use tons and tons and tons of. This comes in tons of colors now too. I usually use either the black or the natural or the ivory color. I love these. So what we're doing here, we're going to turn our ribbon over, and we're going to fold one piece in. And this part doesn't take any hot glue. That's what I love about this. And we're going to fold the other piece in. So then your bow is about 5 inches wide. Then I'm going to take my piece of twine that I cut. Let me get another piece. My other piece fell. I'm going to slide that right under this. Okay, right in the center. Alright, and then all I'm going to do is just pull and just tie a knot to pull these ends together, and then before I tie it all the way, I will adjust it. So I want to make sure that I'm in the center there, which I'm pretty good there. So I'm going to tie this 3 or 4 times just to make sure it stays. And then you can trim off the ends of this. So there's your bow. It's pretty flat right now, but this is nice, thick stuff. You can put your hand in there and just fluff it up. So there we have a nice fluffy bow. Okay? Alright, and then for the ruffle, we need our hot glue gun again for this. And I want to start with one end, and I just want to tuck that end under so that the cut end looks nice and clean. Alright, so that's one end. And then I'm just going to add small dots of glue as I go along and as I fold. So you'll have to add glue on top and then underneath as well. And I usually just hold it for a second there. So now we have our first ruffle there. So then I'll just keep going until I get to the end. Okay, so now I have created my ruffle, and that's ready to go on my headband. Alright, so now I'm going to grab my headband, and I'm going to start gathering my pieces, and then I want to figure out how I want to place this. You know, whether or not I want it this way, and then I want my black piece going off the top, or how I want to do it. I think what I want to do is I want to add this black part, this webbed part right on top of here, and then I'm going to let that glue cool off. So I'm going to add a dot of glue right on the end there, and I'm going to take, this is the back side where I tied it and I snipped it, so I'm going to take that part and I'm going to push right into the center there, and I'm going to let that, I'm going to hold it just till it cools off just a little bit. And once it's totally cool, you'll be able to go back and fluff your ribbon. Alright, so next I pulled out a button that I want to put in the center of this. Just an orange button that I had. And I always put my glue around the edges of buttons so that that glue doesn't come through the holes. So I'm going to press my button down there, and I'm going to hold that for a few seconds. Alright, so while that cools, you can fluff up your ribbon if you need. I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to grab some felt that I have. And this is what you're going to use to attach to your headband. So I want to get a piece of felt that is about the same width as my ribbon ruffle that I created. So if you take a look at this, that is about the same length. So then I'm going to, or same width. I'm going to cut this in half because I don't need that whole big piece. And I'm going to attach this to the back. And all this does is it gives your pieces a little bit more stability, and then it gives you a little bit better way to attach it to a headband. Alright, so now I know that I'm ready to attach this. I'm going to go ahead and add a line of glue. And I'm going to take my headband and I'm going to press it right into that glue, and I'm going to hold it on this curve until it dries. Alright, so I'm going to let that sit for just a second. And now I need one more piece of felt, and I need it to be just a teensy bit thicker than my last piece, because this is the piece that is going to really hold it all in place. And I just kind of eyeball it until I figure it out. So I usually, I create my first one and then I can eyeball it from there. Alright, so now I want to take this piece of felt, this rectangle, and I want to add glue all over the back of it. Alright, and you want to get kind of to the edge because this piece is going to hold it really nice and tight to the headband. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to sandwich my headband right in here. And then I'm going to press my edges down so that it grabs that ribbon. And I'm just pressing around the headband so that that ribbon grabs onto that felt. And then I'm just holding it. So that is pretty much all you need to do for this project, and you have a super cute headband ready for Halloween for any little girl. I mean, my daughter, when she sees this, she's going to totally flip out. She's going to love it. Alright, this ribbon is the best stuff. And you could also, if you wanted to, if you're a sewer, you could dress up a t-shirt. Just get a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt. And add some of this ribbon to it. You can sew right through the grosgrain, which is really nice. You could just put like their initials if you get some of the sew on the heat and bond sewing kind of fabric from like your local craft store. You can back it to this webbing, and you can add your child's initial to a t-shirt or anything. It's really fun and really easy. Thank you so much for visiting the May Arts blog today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you'll give this a try. I mean, you can find those plastic headbands at any local craft store, and then grab yourself some of this awesome ribbon and try it. I can't wait to see what you guys create for the challenge. Thanks so much. Bye.